question. Let's see, he's checking it down events, so no one will be available.
And now, the week ended on a wet note as rain clouds move. As a result, a thick fog is expected. Are you feeling better now?
Yes, thanks to all of you. I'd like to thank you once again for what happened.
Don't mention it.
Huh? Ah, yes. After contemplating the matter, I went with what I've been wearing thus far. There's no need for you to...
Hey, it's the Detective Prince.
That's no prince. I heard he's a she.
Huh? You serious?
Kinda disappointed. But yeah, if you look at it a certain way, doesn't she seem pretty cool?
My, rumors spread so quickly.
No on your side.
Thank you. But it doesn't bother me at all. There's no need to worry on my behalf. So please, treat me as you did before. That aside, I'd like to discuss the case with you all. We're dealing with a kidnap and murder case perpetrated by someone lurking in this and it isn't over yet. Let's go over the finer points after school.
Alright, let's see. Who do I need to cross off from this?
First, I heard the doorbell ring.
That one. And there's some GA.
But when I opened the front door, I saw no one there. Just as alarm bells sounded in my mind, someone grabbed me roughly from behind and covered my mouth with something. Immediately afterward, I was put into something like a sack and most likely carried on the culprit's shoulder.
Wow, how could you remember all that?
The culprit seems to have used a chemical to incapacitate me, but luckily I wasn't completely unconscious. I had been expecting a trick along those lines, so I was somewhat prepared. And of course, I was desperate to gather as much information as I could.
No wonder you're an ace detective.
That ain't something to be proud of. You are too damn calm about all this.
Judging by their actions and body type, I'd say the culprit is definitely a man. I heard no conversations or voices, so I believe he is acting alone. It's after that that things get murky. I felt a single impact, which I assume is when I was thrown inside the TV. But the time from kidnapping to that point seemed too short. It was a matter of minutes.
So you were immediately thrown inside the TV after being kidnapped. Oh, could there have been a TV on the side of the road?
Regrettably, my memory from there on is a blur.
I see. But man, the killer came right up to the door and rang the bell?
I finally understand why you all testified that you couldn't recall much of what happened. Such a bizarre experience, with mental and physical fatigue on top of it. It's only natural to be confused. And going by the surrounding circumstances, my kidnapping and everyone else's were near identical. There is no question that the culprit is the same in each case.
So, that Mitsuo boy who said he killed King...
Everything makes sense now. I can't say for sure until I gather more concrete evidence. But Mitsuo Kubo's only victim was Mr. Muraoka. It was a copycat killing that mimicked the true culprit's method.
No wonder King Moron's death broke the pattern in so many ways.
The question remains, though, as to how Kubo learned of that world.
That's it! That's what was bothering me! Mitsuo could enter the TV, right? Then why didn't he kill King Moron that way?
I believe he didn't understand the other world as well as the true culprit. Even though I can now enter it myself, it wouldn't occur to me to use it for murder. And remember, the previous corpses left no sign that their deaths had anything to do with the other world. After Kubo became wanted, leaving him with nowhere to run, he probably thought for the first time, what if I put my entire body into the TV? The bizarre condition of the corpses that caused such commotion is probably because they died on the other side. It's a simpler explanation than figuring out why the killer would risk disposing of the bodies in such a way. Which means their inexplicable condition of being hung on a foggy day wasn't due to the culprit making a statement. Much of our speculation could be tested if we could ask Kubo in person. However, I've unfortunately been taken off and I highly doubt that the police will believe any of this.
They wouldn't admit that it wasn't Mitsuo in the first place. Once you've said something on TV, it's not easy to admit you were wrong.
I believe the primary cause of my dismissal was because I raised that possibility to them. The police won't readily concede that they made false charges. All the more so if the accused is a juvenile. In fact, the overwhelming sentiment with the police force is to end this case with...
Even if it's possible there's another killer?
Those dickheads. I had a feeling that would be the case. Not that I trusted him in the first place.
But, Naoto, if you were that calm when it happened to you, couldn't you have, I'm not saying you should have caught him, but isn't it kind of sad for an ace detective to go down that easily?
I'm sorry.
It can't be helped. None of us could resist the culprit either. Don't forget, Naoto-kun is younger than us, and she's a girl.
Oh yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting when I see her talking like this. You know, Naoto?
What is it?
You got balls. For a girl.
Regardless, I have no doubt that the culprit will continue with... We can only watch and wait for him to make the next move. But this is no longer a mere job or someone else's affair. I want to know the truth of why we were targeted. Please allow me to join your effort.
Of course.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best, leader.
Since I'm the king of the Ta-da! Now, Chance.
Thank you. They told me about you, Teddy. I can sympathize with your drive to find yourself. If I may help in any...
Wow.
Oh, welcome back.
No point being a tutor, no, I've got it maxed out. Actually, no, I don't. tutor then.
Let's start over. Mr. I'm going to think about my... because...
So let's see, what do we get for Tower's ultimate? Shiva. Ooh, fun. God of Destruction, Shiva.
We can play baseball together sometime.
Excuse me. Do you have time after school today?
Did something happen?
No. Rather, I'd like to have a doctor examine Teddy.
A doctor?
You mean a vet?
No,
The
as in a
normal
doctor.
kind. If you're free, I've scheduled a checkup for him. A thorough physical examination might be a good first step in figuring out what Teddy is. And I thought it might be a good idea for the rest of us to get checkups as well. We should see if the fog over there or the power we've gained have had any negative effects. Since you all have been active on the other side far longer than I have, you should definitely be examined.
Negative effects? But, yeah,
I've arranged to have Kanji-kun and Rise-san looked at as well.
Wow, you're on the ball about all this. Are you?
Her height's a big giveaway, though.
Well, I'll see you all after school.
That was just an ordinary checkup.
Okay, so Naoto's
I was
social
kinda
link doesn't
looking
begin
forward to
automatic.
getting into some
Doesn't
gigantic
begin
machine and
until
being spun around.
October 21st
Was
when
there
it's
really
automatic.
a point to this? The doctors look confused too.
Oh, they're back.
I'm very...
I'm very sorry.
So did they find out anything?
They did indeed. They found out that they can't tell anything. I even had them take an x-ray, but No matter how many times they tried, it would always be too blurry to read. A visual examination and standard palpations indicated that he seems perfectly normal. Since the machine could be malfunctioning, they told me to try another hospital if we're still worried about him. I felt bad for making them go through all this.
So he is different.
Oh my. What should I do? They took a look at everything inside me.
She just said they couldn't see anything on the X-ray, you dork.
But at least they didn't find anything wrong with him, right? Man, we know as much about Teddy as we do those personas and shadows.
Oh yeah, I tried looking them up at the library and on the net. Persona means something like another personality, and I think they listed shadow under the related terms.
Shadows are shadows. I think there's something that comes out of people.
I performed my own research. Persona and shadow are common psychological terms. Of course, the ones we are familiar with don't quite fit those definitions. This is what was written in an unofficial project document that I happened to come across. A shadow is suppressed power, and when controlled by one's ego, it becomes a persona.
It becomes a persona? What does that mean? They're basically the same thing? Well, then again, all those shadows we beat the shit out of did turn into personas. Who cares about the details? It doesn't matter what they are. They get...
Still, I couldn't find any information on how they're related to the other world.
There's so much stuff about us that we don't have a...
There's some things we do know. I got a... It's kinda embarrassing that I'm the only one who had personal details shown to the worlds. Ta-da! Nowadays, information... Therefore, I'll break the ice...
What? No, you won't!
Ooh! First place in the shortest legs division is...
It's not me, is it? Hey, what kind of... Look, if you're gonna blab at all, you might as well tell us the girls' measurements.
What? Are you a...
Sure, go right ahead. My profile's been public knowledge for ages. Oh, but my bust size is 2 centimeters smaller than they print. My agency insisted.
No! Don't say mine!
I bet guys won't care what size you are, senpai. And having modestly sized breasts like yours would definitely make it easier to wear a kimono.
What?
Oh yeah, Naoto-kun's in here too, huh? Huh? Is this for real? Wait.
Anyways, the important thing is that according to the examination results, nothing's wrong with our health. So we won't be needing these. I'm going to go shred them.
Well...
You're right.
Teddy almost
After
got
all
his
that,
ass
they
kicked.
found out nothing about me.
We'll find out together, Teddy.
Yeah. Thanks, Sensei.
Hey! If you don't hurry...
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. I accidentally knocked the mic whilst I'm just trying to scratch an itch or a beard.
Whoa! It's freezing!
Why are we getting together on the roof on it?
Yeah, what's this urgent business about?
Seriously, I was busy handing out.
Hey, I saw you hitting on girls.
Was there some kind of progress?
I need you guys. You have to help me. You're the only ones I can. Can you please keep this weekend open?
This weekend? Does this have anything to do with that event at the Inaba police station?
What are you talking?
The idol Kanami Mashita was scheduled to be the honorary chief this.
Oh my gosh! The famous Kahneman is coming all the way.
So she's taking on jobs like that already. I have been seeing a lot of her on TV lately. I didn't know she belonged to the same agency as.
I mean, if she's coming to Inaba now, the agency's obviously trying to use all the fuss about me to their favor.
So what's the big deal about that being canceled?
There was going to be a big sale at Junes to take advantage of the event, but
It's not a joke. The police took forever to decide on canceling the event. My dad's really in a fix now. He worked so hard to put this whole thing together, and I can't stand to see him like this.
I heard that the police couldn't prepare for the event because I had. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. But yeah,
Okay, so you called us up here.
From the way it sounds, I gotta say, I don't think we can be.
I want everyone to help me with a bunch of different tasks. Rise-san, well,
You want me to substitute for Kanami?
so there's no way?
Is it really that bad?
I don't know. I may be his son, but I'm still only a part-timer. But my dad's being awfully nice for some reason. I think it's possible that he might get fired if if that happens, I might have to transfer schools again. Seriously, what am I gonna do if that happens?
Singing and handshakes only. No autographs and nothing that I can't do as a high school student. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble, and I'll only do it if you all get on stage with me.
What? It would be troublesome if people came to try to recruit me to.
me too. I already have an exclusive contract with Junes.
I think you guys are worrying about the right things here. But if you're gonna sing, what are we supposed to do on stage?
I need a band, of course. I'll make this very clear. I can't use pre-recorded tracks.
Whoa, there's no way we can pull off.
I have some experience playing the keyboard. My grandfather suggested that I take piano lessons when I was younger. I have one that I can bring as.
You're up for this?
This incident is a result of my actions, after all. I will do whatever I can to help.
Oh, good on you, Naoto.
Naoto, thanks. If it's music you need, I have a guitar. Never really played it, though. Oh, wait, I accidentally bought a bass once.
How do you accidentally buy something like that? I should have some kind of musical.
Some kind.
Then it's just. I'll look for a song I can sing that can use a band arrangement. You guys get instruments and find a place to.
Got it. Try to. All right. Now that this is happening, I'm getting fired up about it. So, what are. I just grabbed whatever I could find that wasn't being used by the symphonic band.
What is that?
It's a gong.
Well, duh. I'm pretty sure he meant to ask.
I thought Chie might want to play that. You know, it sounds kind of Chinese-ish. I don't think
Yosuke!
Huh?
Motherfuckers.
I see.
Yeah, when you're fighting. Try summoning.
All right. Wait, I can't summon it.
I'll choose this. Look! Isn't this like my I think she's convinced we're playing for a dinner.
Come on, we need stuff like guitars instead of little bat. Hey, I'll play the guitar. Why don't you take the bass? I can.
Don't underestimate me.
Damn, maybe you're gonna show me how to play.
Well then, since you two and Naoto-kun have decided what to play, let's put kanji.
Hey, why don't I get to...
If you're up front, it'll look like a metal.
I think you'd be good at the drums. You're always hitting and stomping.
How does that make any sense?
Then I will take over all the charm. Hey, baby, I'll lay down the passionate beats that flow.
You two, how about the chorus?
Singing? No, can do.
Oh, doesn't this at least...
Yeah, I don't think it looks bad at all.
It's not doing. Is this thing broken? I'm blowing, but
That's how it is for everyone when they start out. Anyway, we don't have much time, so...
What's with all the tadpoles on this?
oh yeah, I don't know.
Guess I'm gonna have to transfer...
Once more from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't me either. I mean, I can't get any sound at all out of this.
A hip and young audience yearns for the element. A bizarre sound suddenly rings out.
Oh, I get... That means Teddy did it.
Huh? That
Why don't we...
Good idea.
Nice follow-up now, Chan.
Let's just ignore this.
Are we really going to manage this? I'm starting to get the feeling that it's impossible.
There's just no...
You really get into that do-or-die spirit sometimes.
But that seems fitting for him.
That's right. Everything would have been for nothing.
We're here to start a band.
I'll do it too. It's not just about Yosuke now. I'll simply feel angry.
Don't worry, Yosuke-senpai. I agreed to... I'm going to get a huge crowd, no matter... Please, I just need your help to do it.
Wow. Now that's how a pro delivers a team-boosting speech.
Well then, should we resume?
All right.
I did it! I did.
Okay, let's try putting your music together and...
Whoa, wait a sec. Can't we get a little more practice before we playing for the real reset? I mean,
Don't think of it like that. I'm seeing how hard you're trying, and I don't want to just sit and watch you practice without me anymore. Here goes. 1... You got yourself behind a door deep inside your heart again. You wanna hide, you wanna come out, going round and round.
Didn't that sound pretty good?
Yeah, it felt good.
It seems there's hope after all.
has practiced hard and overcome many obstacles that dare.
We've already been on a TV.
I was discarding my clothes more than I was discarding my fear.
For me, it was like discarding my.
Come on, everyone!
And you! You have a bunch of stuff lined up, but you're still only playing the tambourine.
Haven't you heard the phrase, a clever bear conceals his claws? I'm gonna play a special little bear performance of my own and charm.
That saying's about a hawk, not a bear. And don't even think about it. We don't have the skills to ad-lib. Do you understand me? We're doing this exactly like we practiced. Got it?
What?
If you don't, then I'll make sure you pay for all the topsicles you've eaten during breaks at work.
Just like we practiced.
Well, let's take it from the top, one more time.